This summer solstice brings the launch of Synchronicity University. So excited about finally presenting you guys with a free, online, fully accessible data bank of astrology classes. You can watch lessons right now at synchronicityuniversity.com and of course my YouTube channel, nadiyashah.com. Hello, fabulous Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2015, General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month features a full moon at the very start of the month and a full moon at the very end of the month. This does suggest, along with the Venus retrograde, that this is going to be a month of heightened emotions and a lot of open hearts, where previously they might otherwise have been closed. And this is especially true for you. This is true for you, especially as the month begins. The month begins with a full moon taking place in a part of the sky that has to do with the heart, literally and figuratively. It has to do with the joy that we allow our heart to feel, the elation we allow ourselves to experience. So as the month begins, we've got this full moon happening. This full moon is speaking with Neptune and meeting Pluto in the sky. I do think as the month begins, there's a lot of idealism, there's a lot of hope, there's a sense of being lifted, and also at the same time, there's a real sense of consequence. There's a real reality check taking place as well. Some of you are going to experience this in the context of children. So I do think that there are going to be a percentage of you out there that realize that they want to have children, or if you do want to have children and you know that you do want that, this looks like a time when hope may present itself to you along that regard. Now, that hope will give way to a more honest evaluation. Okay, so depending on the light of your circumstances and where you are in your life, it does look like at first there's a lot of looking at it very, very rose-colored glasses, and then having a much more stark look at what would be required in the process, and that will help you again make a more honest decision how to move forward. If you have children already, again, it looks like there's all this happiness, lots of, feeling very elated, feeling very much like things are going so well for your children, and that's great. But then understanding the larger consequences of occurrences that may be taking place. Sort of having a moment of honesty of your own as to not only what it is that ultimately got you there, but also how it is now that you're going to proceed going forward in light of a matter having to do with a child. So when I looked at this, I thought, this could be like your kid getting into an amazing school, but then realizing that you might have to actually take out a second mortgage to afford the school. That type of situation, feeling very elated, very proud, very happy around a matter related to your kid, and then realizing, okay, this is the reality, this is what's required, and there might be some sacrifice required to take full advantage of whatever opportunity presents itself to you regarding a child. Now, that sacrifice could be one that is happily made, as parents often do when they have a child, make sacrifices very happily. It's part of a parenthood as well. So that could be the case as well. Depending on your unique birth chart, that would tell us more about how you actually feel about those developments. As we also look at this particular full moon, I think that there's an element playing out here. If your sort of child is a creative project, then this is also going to be a time when there's a lot of creativity. Definitely, you want to nurture that. You want to run with that in order to really feel a sense of fulfillment and feel a sense of progress on a creative project. However, there's going to be that moment that helps you take a more honest evaluation. And ultimately, this is very good. This is going to help you to then move forward to actually actualize and eventually give birth to that which is an idea, that which is currently being created within you. Also, I do want to say, as we begin the month, there's an indication here of lottery, okay, or lottery winnings. Now, here's the thing. I mean, I'm almost seeing a situation, something like you go and let's say you go to a casino, and it looks like you just win a big jackpot, and that's amazing. But then you go and realize, well, that's not actually dollars, that's just actually points, and the actual amount that you win is actually much less. Or you have a lottery ticket, you think it's the winning ticket, and then you go and you realize, well, the winning is actually much less than you thought. These are the types of situations, I'll be honest with you, I'm always going to be honest with you, but these are the types of situations that could play out at this full moon, given the indications that are there. As we progress into the month, in the middle of the month, there is a new moon taking place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with friends. And I'm always going to be honest with you, it looks like friends are a lot of drama in the middle of the month. Your friends are bringing in a lot of drama, and I think some of you out there are going to be saying, is this worth it? What is this? But it does look like friends are really asking for a lot of your energy, a lot of your attention. Some of you out there might not know how you feel about it, might not necessarily be very comfortable with it, but it is what it is. But it does look like, as I said, they're going to be asking for a lot of your energy. You're going to have to figure out how to navigate that and how to take care of yourself in the process, because drama can be tiring. And I'm just seeing some Virgos out there saying, what is this? This is tiring. This is draining me of energy. So you're going to have to figure out how to keep yourself protected, how to honor your own energy in the process, and how to understand what is not yours to take on. But yes, friends and dramatic displays, or having certain demands that may or may not actually be very reasonable. It does look like that may play out. You can use this as an opportunity. It needn't be something that necessarily tires you if you can be detached about it. If you can say, okay, you know what? Yeah, I can be a friend to you right now. If they're going through a hard time, you can be a friend to them to the best of your ability and have that sense of self-care. And then you should be able to navigate it quite well. As we progress towards the very end of the month, the focus does change for you. Focus becomes a lot more on you, the work you're doing, the health experiences that you're having, feeling as good as possible in your own body, in your own skin. These become the areas of focus for you, especially as we move in the very last days of the month. And it does look like you are set to have some key conversations that are going to help you to fine-tune your health plan forward. What I love about this month for you is that there is this focus on matters of, as I said, heart. What's closest to your heart? What is it that brings you joy, elation on a level of heart, on a level of creativity, and on a level of spirit? It is those very areas that are set to get a burst of absolute inspiration and real progress as well, that is rooted in an honest assessment, ensuring that the gains you make are those that last.